everyone. For this discussion and to help the fictional company Brand New solve their problem with long-term employee retention, I have chosen Herzberg's motivational theory that we studied this week. So first, I think this theory is one of the most useful because in my experience, it touches on all of the things that motivate me personally, and I know a lot of my colleagues as well. So I'm really basing it off of my own experience in my industry. However, I think it is important to mention that depending on what industry you're in, it could affect which motivational theory is best for you and your coworkers. For instance, what is most important to accountants might not be the most important to sales. So this might be a tiny factor to take into consideration. So first off, I think Herzberg's motivational theory can help Brand New's employee retention problem long term due to how it illustrates controlled motivators and hygiene factors as the most important aspects of a job. So hygiene factors include things like pay, compensation, employee policy, company policy, relationships with colleagues, and the physical environment, while motivators include achievement, recognition, growth, promotion, the work itself, and responsibility. Now, it's important to mention that with hygiene factors, their absence and lack thereof is going to cause dissatisfaction. However, mentioned in the video that we watched this week, it says that when these factors are present, it does not really impact long-term satisfaction as much. In addition, they have job satisfiers that are kind of in line with motivators that are going to truly motivate employees. These things include appreciation, help, being included, job security, a good salary, interesting work, promotional opportunities, loyalty, good conditions, and discipline. I think that the hygiene factors are mostly important in the beginning of someone's career in really attracting them to the company. Someone might be enticed by a nice salary, good benefits, package, things like that. While as time goes on and that newness fades, that might be something that is not as important. Obviously, they want it and they need it. However, some other things might really affect them in the long term and whether they want to stay or not. So for Brand New to keep employees after this initial excitement has faded, I think it could be a possible solution for them to incorporate career development programs, more consistent and updated training for existing employees, and organizational support. When it's clear that motivation is low, Herzberg's motivational theory also mentions that communicating by management is really important to find these problems of why motivation is low in order to fix them. So in my experience, I feel that this theory is the most helpful, or maybe the most helpful, to Brand New because it does where I work. This is something my organization really uses and they execute it well. So the results are undeniable. I have had multiple employees that have told me when I was training, and still do, that this company is it for them. They will stay here until they retire, and I think that's really rare. I haven't heard that from a lot of my friends or family about where they work. Some people are just there for money or certain things, but holistically, I think it's pretty unique. So, for example, sales this month have decreased because everyone is still adapting to working from home, doing sales over the phone as inside sales rather than outside sales, and it is an adjustment for a lot of people. So instead of the organization blaming the workers, they have taken it upon themselves, the responsibility of communicating with us to find out why this is happening and to help us change it instead of saying we must change it on our own without any support. On a granular level, the organization has really done a great job of communicating well with the employees to find out what helps motivate them, things that are making them dissatisfied. For instance, the director of operations will call or text each person individually and ask them, tell me 2 things that you love about your job right now and 2 things that you think could be improved upon. They gather this information and then they create a training session in one of our national calls in the morning to help people in the areas that they said showed weakness, and then of course to highlight the areas that people said the most they were happy with. I think this is really important because it shows that they care about our happiness. It shows that they care to improve on the areas that maybe don't make people so happy. And again, this is pretty rare because it is shown this way throughout the entire organization, from the CEOs to the director of operations to our market directors and our market managers. In addition, they also incorporate achievement and recognition programs to keep motivation high. For instance, they hold weekly sales contests. They hold weekly training contests. They ask us to record our best calls of the day. We have an app called Nextiva, and in our end of day meetings, we tell our bosses what our best calls were. They compile them, and the winner gets a cash bonus in their commission check. And I think this is awesome because it makes you want to have that great call that you can submit to possibly win extra cash. In fact, I actually won it this morning for last week's calls, and it just made me want to go out there and work harder throughout the day because not only was I getting cash, but that recognition amongst my peers from the CEOs who personally congratulate you virtually, of course through Zoom, but still it's really genuine and everyone cheers for you and you feel that support, and it's really pretty amazing. So I truly believe that Brand New could use Hertzberg's theory, and it would work for them if done correctly, because as of right now, again, even though I'm new, I'm seeing firsthand an organization that uses these tools and the results are undeniable. People want to stay and work there for a long time, which is a great indicator for me as a new employee, and I'm already seeing why people want to stay there. Thank you.